Okay, here we go. This is Sister Nicole's kitchen, and I'm showing today how to make my kale chips and how to store and keep fresh produce that don't look too good. It looks bad. Yes, it looks bad, but to keep it for a longer period of time and cook with it, preserve it. So my kale, I get some of my kale from Trader Joe's. I don't know why I like these organic Tuscan kale from Trader Joe's, but you can really use any kale that you want to use. And I have rinsed it off. Even though it comes already clean, I've rinsed it off again. And this is for my lovely kale chips that I just love beyond measure. Now, these come already washed, but I still rinse them. Oh, okay. We're losing, we can't lose the kale now. It's golden. But I do try to dry them before I actually put them on the tray. Now this is a lot of kale to put on this tray now. I think my eyes were a little bit big on this one. But these are so good. I love them. Okay, you can use a paper towel to dry them off, but hey, I'm using a clean towel so I can wash and not waste some paper towels. Little Lauren Hill in the background. Now you can flavor this. I'm not following no recipe. I just make food, to my liking, however I like it. But I try to dry it off a little bit, and not completely dry. I don't have a little spinner, a salad spinner. That might be a good idea to rinse these off with. But I just take out the ones that I just do not like the way they look. Also, this bag, it goes bad like fairly quickly. So what I do with these bags sometimes also is I'll just take and throw them in the freezer. Rinse this off because I still have some in there. I'll rinse that off and then freeze them. I take them straight from the freezer and cook them. So the oven right now is on way too high, but I'm going to turn that down to 300. Okay, so welcome back. I got my kale in my little bowl to season up. Sometimes I put this in a Ziploc bag, but it's too much. It's too much to to put in there, so it's not enough. So I have to use the bowl. So what we're gonna do is I love grapeseed oil. So this is is from Fresh Thyme. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that, but it's a good natural store. Sorry, fingers in the way. This is really rough, raw footage. This is how I do. I do not measure. That's how I roll. And a little, we're going to put grapeseed oil. I love the flavor of grapeseed oil. It's good for you. And a little olive oil. I'm thinking this is probably like 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. And then let's get to work. We going to get some, this is my seasoning. You didn't hear that. This is my seasoning rounds off of Alejandra, I think the organizing chick on a YouTube video. Ooh, I love Alejandra. It's a homemade Lazy Susan out of baking cookie sheets with marbles, two in between the two cookie sheets, and it's pretty amazing. But we won't get into that right now. I like organization. But this is onion powder. I'm gonna put lemon pepper, which is the oh gosh, this stuff is great. Love it. I need some more. We're gonna get some garlic powder. And then we're going to put some red pepper flake, cayenne pepper. Y'all know about that? We're about to heat this up. It's good stuff. Be a fool. Some garlic herb seasoning. McCormick. That's how you do. Perfect pinch. A little mix of different kinds of herbs. No MSG in there. Oh, I do have backups on lemon pepper, so I can use some more of that lemon pepper. I was running a little bit low, but I backed it up. Like my grocery shopping skills. So that's onion powder, garlic powder, some cayenne pepper. We're going to put some black pepper in there. So I feel like some black pepper is necessary. This is for Jessica, Tabitha, Amanda Panda, and all my nieces and nephews, and my brothers that got problems with my cooking skills. It's possible to eat good and it be healthy. It's just a little work. We're gonna work this in. I can't think of who's playing right now, but she's jamming right now, singing. Forever. And then I just distribute this evenly. Now, I just thought of an idea. Okay, to be continued. I had an epiphany to put some, I usually put it on parchment paper, the kale chips, when I bake them in the oven, on a baking sheet. But this is a lot of kale in here, so I have to figure out how to, the parchment paper makes cleanup a lot easier than just putting it on the actual metal tray. But I just spread these out. Because you want to basically, you're like baking it, but kind of like drying them, kind of. And these really can be seasoned however you want them to make them hot or whatever. I like the lemon pepper, and gives it a little kick. But this is a good snack. But I made a lot of kale. I mean, I washed a lot of kale. I used like a bag and a half. So I'm gonna kind of spread this stuff out. So I'm rigging this because this is how I roll. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. I've never done this before, but I had an idea while I was. So I just put cooling rags basically on top of the baking sheets to make kind of another layer. We're gonna see how this works. Some of this is falling through these, but this still works. Uh-oh, this still works. So kind of a good idea. Okay, so we're putting it, just laying it out on the sheet here. For Tasha and Chrissy, to let y'all know what I be in here eating. I actually have lost about 65 pounds since I started last year. January, failed. Started again in May of 2016 at my niece's graduation. So it has been a year and 3 months, maybe. And I do eat this as a snack. I also eat veggie chips, but I love this. I love kale. I love sauteed kale too, but that's another story, another day. Okay, so then we could just go ahead and put that in the oven, in this oven at it's 300 degrees until crispy, which I mean, you don't want to burn them, but I usually check it at 15 minutes, but 15 to 20 minutes. But you check on them and you move them around, you shuffle them around, because you don't want them to, you want them to cook evenly, kind of like. That'll be interesting to see. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Here go my squash and zucchini. While that's working, I'm going to work on this here. These look very old, and this is what I get for trying to buy too much produce at one time and not having an idea what the heck I was going to do with it, and just being real lazy as far as it not wanting to cook. Just juicing. And I actually don't feel good today, but that don't really matter, because this food ain't gonna, it's gonna rot if I just, that's what fresh fruit does, that's what produce does. So I don't want to waste any more money. Lord forgive me for wasting my other food, because I had to throw that out. Y'all here in Lauren Hill, getting out. Y'all get out of the box. Get out. Help me to get out. Yeah, this is beyond hard doing this with one hand. So, but I wanted y'all to see switching up this produce. I'm getting ready to use this spiraler to spiral these out and to freeze them, actually. Cut them up and freeze them, so when I'm ready to cook with them, they'll be just ready to go. Just a little. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to spiral the tomatoes, but I am going to cut them up and freeze them. The beets, do the same. I actually put them in the blender for my smoothies in the morning. And then the salad, I get the 50-50 blend. This is a quick way that I make my smoothies in the morning. I take these greens here. I'll either sometimes eat this as a salad with dinner, but when it starts to get past the date, it's 8-12 sell by date. I don't want to waste this, and this is a lot of salad to eat, before it goes bad. So I actually take and freeze this salad and put it in a smoothie. So also, bananas. I do the same with bananas. I don't like bananas. Yes, okay, I'm crazy, I guess, But what I do is I peel these, cut them up, and freeze them. So let's get that done. Whew. Okay, y'all people, we doing it right here. Okay, it's been probably like 10 minutes. I done skinned the zucchini and squash. And now I have this, I don't know what this is called.